Hey guys, and welcome to the show.
Today we're going to tell you the difference between going with a PAC Amp Pro or an iData AR interface. So stay tuned. So nowadays, having to keep your factory radio in your car because of some of the air conditioning controls, or it's just got all the features that you want already built into it, is becoming more and more common. The nice thing about it is these radios also have outboard amplifiers, such as premium sound systems. Most manufacturers have their version of it. Sometimes it's JBL, sometimes it's Bose, Infinities, Beat by Dre, Harman Kardon. There's a lot of them out there, but what they all have in common is a source unit and some form of outboard amplifier. And that's where these two products come in. We have the Pac Amp Pro and the iData AR. And they're both designed to interface with situations like this, where you have a factory radio, you have a factory amplifier, and we're looking to add aftermarket amplifiers, and we need some way to do that and get a clean signal. A clean signal, not high level to low level, a full true preamp section. Both of these products are designed to do that for you. And let's take a look at how they work though, because they work totally different. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start here with the Amp Pro. Now in every Amp Pro box, they're designed specifically for the car that they're made for. In this case, this one's made for a Ford. Now in the box, you get the Amp Pro itself, which is this guy right here. It's going to give you your 6 preamp outputs right here. In this case, this gives you a sub, front and rear. It's 5 volts or 4 volts, selectable with these dip switches here, which you can figure out how to set by reading the instruction manual. You get a volume control for the subwoofer, which also doubles as a door chime volume control most of the time. And of course you get a T-harness. Now this is where the big difference between the two come in, is you get a T-harness. Now the Amp Pro is designed to go behind the radio. So you're going to unplug the harness behind the radio and plug this in. So this end will go into the radio, this end will go into the harness you just unplugged. And then the Amp Pro is going to plug in up front somewhere. So this is going to be the most like an aftermarket radio, in that your RCAs are all going to run up to behind the radio. Now one of the advantages of doing this is that you actually keep the factory amplifier in the equation, meaning it doesn't come out. So you're saying, well, if I'm putting in aftermarket stuff, why do I need the factory amplifier? Well, let's say today you just want to install a subwoofer, nothing else. You can use an Amp Pro to do that, and the factory amplifier will still power all the other speakers. Or let's say all you want to do is improve the front stage, because the front stage is severely lacking. You might want to go active, add some kind of DSP to it. No problem. You have a front output right here, and then you can use the factory amplifier to power everything else if you want to. So the idea is that at any time you're still going to have full sound playing. The amplifier will always be there. Now let's say you're in that situation where I don't need this factory amplifier, I'm going with all the amplifiers. Now that's where this guy comes in. This is the Amp T-harness. Now what these are designed to do is plug into the factory amplifier. They plug in, and then they give you a female end here. Down here on the other end of this is your speaker wires. So if you want to use the factory speaker wires, you can. So it'll come with all options. Factory plug goes here, speaker wires are here. You don't have to cut any of the wiring back at the amplifier if you're going to be putting an amplifier somewhere back there. You still have to keep the amplifier in, but you don't have to damage anything in the process. It makes it pretty clean and straightforward. Now, one of the other advantages of this is that it's just preamp level output. So with this, you can go into any DSP amplifier or anything like that you want. Doesn't matter. It's just a regular preamp. One of the disadvantages of this is that, yeah, you do have to keep that factory amplifier. If space is at a premium and having this out of the room so that you have room for other stuff is something you're going to need to do, you might want to go with the AR. Let's take a look at that. Now when you get your AR, go ahead and open it up. It's going to be a little bit different than an Amp Pro. There's a lot fewer things. The only thing it comes with is this cool data cable and a USB, and then the box. You'll notice there's no preamp section or RCAs or anything like that. It's designed to be coupled with these. So unlike an Amp Pro where you buy a dedicated one specifically for your make model, with the AR you buy the AR and then you buy your corresponding car. Let's go ahead and open one up. Now in the box you're going to get the amplifier harness and then all your speaker wires. Very similar to the T-harness with the Amp Pro. And then on the other end you're going to get your connections that are going to plug into your AR. But what you'll notice is there's this end here. Now the great thing is because of this is gone. You don't need the amplifier anymore. So we can get that out of here. But this has to work with AR approved products. So it's not universal like an Amp Pro. There are a couple amplifiers that'll work with, and it is changing constantly. For this demonstration, we'll go ahead and grab this guy right here. This is the Kenwood Excellent XR606 DSP. It's a 6-channel amplifier that actually has 10 channels of DSP built into it. When you flip it up on the end here, you'll notice this plug. That's your AR plug. Now these are outputs here. This amplifier has no preamp section because it's using the AR for that. So that's all taken care of. There's no gain controls on this because it's only made to work with the AR. It has your speaker outputs here. So all you have to do is take these wires and connect them into the amplifier and you're all set and ready to go. Now if you don't want to use those types of amplifiers, but you're like, hey man, I still want to use an AR because I want to get rid of that factory amplifier, that's where this guy comes into place. This is the DSR1. Now the cool thing about the DSR1 is it's actually an AR with a DSP attached to it. So you don't actually have to buy the AR. It's already built in. Now you've plugged in your AR, that big plug that plugged into the amplifier plugs in here, then your iData connection is here. Now in this particular box, we're gonna find our preamp section. So now that'll plug into there and here's your RCAs. This particular combination of AR allowed you to remove that factory amplifier, get your preamp section. It's just gonna be located back here by the factory amplifier. Now disadvantage of the AR technology is that you're taking out that factory amplifier. It's an all or nothing install. You can't just do part of it. You have to be able and ready to do everything. You can't just say, hey, I just want to add subwoofers today. No, you can't do it. Other disadvantages, when you buy the AR, there right now is no way to just get a generic preamp section. You have to use somebody else's product. So for this case, you have to use Rockford's DSP built into this, or you have to use somebody's amplifier that is AR approved. Now, one other thing about the AR or the DSR, whichever one you want to go with, these do have to be programmed via computer. That's why it came with this guy here. So you have to plug it into here, go to iData.com, type in your make, model, year of the vehicle to flash this module so it will match up with the harness that you bought. Nice thing about that is the unit is always up to date because it's always getting the latest firmware. Now you also download your manuals at the same time when you're flashing it. That's why there was no owner's manual for me to show you. Now just to recap, because we went over a whole bunch of stuff. Similarities, they're both designed to get you an amazing sound from your factory deck. The idea behind both of them is that, hey, how do I keep my factory deck but integrate into an aftermarket stereo and have it sound amazing? At the core, they both do that. Now how they do that, totally different. Preamp section right out of the go. You can plug anyone's equipment you want into it. You can design your system and build it as you go because it keeps the factory amplifier. You can also update this, but it is designed and ready to go out of the box. You buy it specifically for the car you're trying to use it for and just plug it in and it works. This guy, you better be ready to do everything at once because it doesn't allow you to do it any other way. And you have to pair it up with somebody else's equipment. So there is a limited amount of equipment this will actually work with. Even though you can get a preamp section out of this, you have to use their DSP to do it. People often ask, what is the differences? We hope this helped you guys out a lot because these are the differences.
Alright guys, so thank you for watching. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Please subscribe, share, like, you know what you do.
You guys have a great day as always. We'll see you later next time. Bye.
Hi.
I'm gonna put that at the end.